Hi y'all, welcome to my shop. Today we're going to make a 1/8 inch parting tool. I've been using this Harbor Freight 1/4 inch parting tool for a long time, and it's done me well. I'll continue to use it, but I've finally decided after watching an awful lot of demonstrators that I found that a 1/8 inch parting tool seems to be a real common all-purpose parting tool for an awful lot of turners, so I thought I'd explore that. Well, I was too cheap to buy one, and I thought, well, let me see what I can find. And I found a piece of high-speed steel on Amazon for less than $5, postage included, coming from China. It's 3 millimeter by 18 millimeter by 200 millimeter, which is just perfect size. So I've marked it to grind the point, and I'm going to take just a little bit here off the tang to fit the handle I made. Now, we're not going to go into the details of making this handle. I did an earlier video, so the link will be here for that video if you need to go back and catch that. But I've made it about 9 inches long. I find somewhere around 6 to 12 inches is probably about right for a parting tool. It's just an inch shorter than this Harbor Freight one, and I think this will do me just fine. I drilled a 5/8 inch hole, so I'm going to have to take just a shade off. I've marked it here, so I'm going to go to the grinder and grind that off. And then I'll show you in a little while how we're going to fasten it in the handle. Okay, so I've got a dowel turned that matches the 5/8 inch hole. I've got it marked here. What we're going to do is we're going to trim a little half moon, cut it on the bandsaw to mount in here. After we put the blade in, we'll put one of these little shims on each side. So let's get started. So we're going to go ahead and glue it up. We got two different gluing operations. I'm going to glue on the ferrule, and then we're going to make our sandwich, if you will, with these two half pieces of dowels with a sliver cut out, and then we're going to glue it up. So there's where we're heading. I'm using 2-ton epoxy because that's what I have on hand, and it takes a little longer to set up. I think anything you come up with will probably work fine. And I put a little painter's tape on the ferrule to keep from getting glue everywhere. Spread it. I probably should have roughed up the blade a little bit, but on the grinder or something, but I think it'll be all right. Okay, we've got it dried up. I think I've got a nice parting tool. I did resharpen it to an included angle of 60 degrees, and we've got some pretty harsh edges pretty sharp edges here. They're going to be tough on the tool rest, so I'm going to take some sandpaper and kind of airs those edges off a little bit, just to kind of soften them up. I'll do that on all 4 edges. It's going to need a little more work than that, but not a lot. Okay, let's test this tool out. Remember, when you do a parting cut, when you first enter the wood, you want to go directly in for just a moment or two before you drop it down, and I'll show you why. You see we got a pretty clean cut. Now let's just do a peeling cut right next to it. And you can see how in some woods it'll tear up these fibers, but again, if we go straight in, it won't tear the fibers, it'll shear the fibers. Okay, I think I'm going to like this 1/8 inch parting tool a lot. I looked up the price of this bar of high-speed steel. It was only $4.08 off of Amazon. The brass plumbing nut was in my scrap bin from kitchen renovation project. The wood was free, so for less than $5 I've got a really nice tool. So I hope this motivates you to go out there and look at your tools, see if there's something that's that you might be able to make and be real proud of. Keep turning, making shavings, keep it safe. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up.